I wanted to jump in on a post that KRS Astrology made a couple of months ago. Now, he says on one of his posts that this chart, when we read the astrological chart, it cannot tell us the state of consciousness or the stage of consciousness of that individual. We may have very benefic placements of planets, Jupiter in the 10th, or we can make our determinations on the astrological chart. But how do we know if that person is an average person who's working day to day, or maybe a criminal, or if this person is a saint-like figure? How do we know the stage of consciousness or the stage of development that this person's at? He says, well, the astrological chart can't do that. And that's exactly why we need to apply the integral thinking to astrology, because yes, we can derive a hell of a lot of information from classical astrological systems, especially Vedic astrology, especially Jyotish. We can get a chart, we can divide it into the nakshatras, we can see avashtas, we can see personality characteristics, we can make predictions based on karmic momentum, but it doesn't map the stage of consciousness or states of consciousness that that person has accessed. And that's where the integral theory comes in play. If we made an integral astrology, we'd be able to say, okay, not only is this your chart, but this is the general stage of consciousness. You might be at amber mythic and read a chart. You may be at orange rational. You might be at green pluralistic. This is where you are in your stage of consciousness. This is how you can evolve even more. This is, your various intelligences that we can derive from this as well. We might have a chart and we can derive so much from that, but we cannot derive the stage of consciousness and what work we need to do and how we need to improve to get to that next stage of consciousness. For example, someone with a very well-placed chart, they still might be in the amber mythic stage of consciousness. They may believe in a god in the sky type figure or hold very ethnocentric views. And they still may have a chart that people will say, well, this person is going to be a great teacher, very highly developed person. How do we know? The person might be at amber mythic, in which they still believe in a god in the sky. They still have ethnocentric values versus world-centric values. This person on the chart may have orange rational tendencies. He may be a fantastic businessman. He may care about money above all else. Or the person might be a stage green pluralist individual and they're a bit of a hippie type. So applying both is how you can not only derive your sanskars and your karmic patterns and your personality impressions through systems like Vedic astrology, but you can now, with the integral model, see the stage of consciousness that you're at and where you need to go beyond that, what type of work you actually need to do to grow as a person, not only accessing higher states of consciousness, but being integrated into higher stages of consciousness.